All right, man. Bye. Hello, everybody. We're trying to do this. We're trying to do this thing, where you guys actually are all here, but for some reason it's not really working out. Hey, Sal, I'm sorry you don't feel good, man. Um, just shut the video off real quick. I hope you feel better and you take care of yourself. Um, but yeah, your healthcare is probably a lot better than ours. So I thought Adam would be here too. Um, let me see. Yeah, go here. Okay, so what I wanted to talk to you about is a few things. So the first thing that we're going to look at here is we are going to look at not Donald Trump's emails. We are going to look at contingency plans. So contingency plans are what happens when someone does not purchase the first time. Okay. And so what I'm going to take you through is what I do. Okay. So what I do, uh, what I do when someone does not purchase the first time is I go and show you the page. Sorry, it's been a long day, guys. So one thing I do, which is dramatically ramped up sales, and you should see my screen in like 2 seconds. One thing I do, which is dramatically ramped up the sales, is let me just go right here. Proof is this little thing, and I think actually Webinar Jam has this built in now. I'm not sure if they have it built into the $97 a month one or the $300 a month one. But basically, what's happening is there's contingency plans. So you see how it says on the right-hand side, like this person opted in and this person opted in. Well, a lot of these people who opt in here don't buy the first time they opt in. It's pretty shocking, actually. But a lot of these people, when they opt in, a lot of these people, when they opt in, do not purchase the first time. They go and they see this sales page, right? They go here, they see the sales page, and then they don't opt in, right? They go all the way down here, they go to the end, they click the order form, and lo and behold, they fill out this first step. Now I'm doing a couple things here on this order form. Number one, I'm having this proof thing down at the bottom where it says, Rodney just purchased simple subject line secrets. Then it waits like 10 seconds and it says, Sharon from Bronx just purchased simple subject line secrets. So that's that proof element. And that's like $80 a month. It's a little expensive for what it does. I might go see if the ClickFunnels thing does its own version. I think it does. So anyway, then there's this countdown timer up at the top here. So this is new. And I don't know if this is, we definitely are getting more book buyers or more video buyers because of this, but I don't know if this is actually long-term going to hurt sales or really help them. I'll probably do a test. So in this order form, there's a couple things that really work. Okay, so they go here and they put in their name and they put in their email, right? So they put in, Billy, and then they put in lchiles@gmail.com, and then they're going to go to step two. But before they do that, all of the benefits, a lot of the same bullet points that are on that sales page are also on this checkout page. So I've got on the left-hand side, they come in, they see, number one, they see a scarcity element. Then they're going to see some benefits on the right of why they should purchase the simple subject line secrets. Then up on the left, there's a name and email address and an invitation to go to step two. And then there's a testimonial from homeboy Frank Kern, Brian Moran, and some other people who bought the course. Then they enter their first name and email. Okay, then they're presented with this guy, which is, the next step is enter your credit card number and get simple subject line secrets for $7. Then about 11% of them click this thing, and they add that $37 order bump, which is, hey, I did a 1-hour training on how to write bullet points and other sales pages for maximum conversions, life-changing conversion training. I put together a 1 hour and 44-minute training designed to show you how to write the same type of copy I put on Frank Kern, Ryan Dice, Andy Jenkins, Jordan Belfort, and other sales pages. So right when they click this, that they want this other thing, the funnel immediately becomes profitable, because it's costing me anywhere from $19 to like $45 to get this $7 buyer. But a lot of them buy the upsells after this. But a lot of them, they come to the page, they put in their name and email, and they don't buy. So what happens? What do we do when that happens? What do we do when, what do we do when non-buyers, how do we follow up with those people that do non-buy? Well, we have a contingency plan for that. We put them through this advanced methods thing. Okay, and this is so if they fill in their name and email but don't buy the $7 product, it waits for about 15 minutes, and then it says your first course of action, right? So there is a oops, yeah, here we go. So it waits for about 15 minutes, and so you can see about 50% open this email. And then there's some unsubscribes as well and bounces, people giving me fake emails, things like that. But here is the email that they get. So it says, here's your first course of action. So this is what happens if they do not get the simple subject line secrets. This should be your first course of action. And then this goes back to get them to take a second bite at the apple. And I'll come to think of it, this should go right back to this page instead. So after this call, I'm going to go change that. And then if this timer hits 0, then this goes to $97, right? So this goes to another checkout page where this is $97. So again, I'm basically getting them to, in this email, to go back to the checkout page. Then it waits a day or so. And it says, did they buy the book? Did they buy the video? If not, it waits for a day. And then it says, I'm super excited for you. Thanks for wanting to get the goods on email persuasion methods which work. If you want to get better now, you owe it to yourself. See, there's an error right there. I need to fix that. But basically, it's a 4 email sequence to go get them to get it. And actually, we could probably take this out because there doesn't need to be 4 emails for a $7 product, right? So, waits for a day, then they get this email, then it waits for 4 hours, get that email. And that's it, So was I mistaken? We can see here the preview. So it says, was I mistaken? Call me crazy, but I'm a little surprised you haven't taken me up on this. If you're really serious about getting more people to purchase from you on a daily or weekly basis, then this is the ideal first step. And then not only does it work at only $7, it's the tiniest investment you can make and still have a reasonable expectation of results. It's laughably cheap. I think this is actually digital marketer copy that I modeled for mine. And then a lot of it is just recapping the offer here. So I'm giving them a reason to act right now. and then I'm recapping the offer. It says, if you're a skimmer, here's the deal. I'm offering you a 4-part video series on how to get 52% email open rates or higher. Plus, you can use these frameworks and formulas for a host of other things like Facebook ads, Google ads, and high-performance headlines. What's the price? The videos are a whopping $7. What's more important about this is it doesn't use any weird pressure tactics. You don't have to email them like 24 times or anything to make the sale. On top of all that, I'm also giving you a power words and phrases training, which shows you exactly how to implement what you discovered in these videos. This is a very limited offer, right? And then there's no catch. So I'm actually going out and selling this pretty hard for a $7 thing, but you really have to. You really have to sell it pretty hard to get the $7. And this is just another landing page with a countdown timer. Okay. And then the last email they get is you're about to miss out. And that's all for, that's all from the, if they go to that page and don't act, right? And then this basically is like, hey, you're about to miss out. Go here now. P.S. Not only will it get you increased open rates, it's quick, simple, easy, and effective. And then get off the fence and get started now. So it's really just pushing them to make that decision. And then if they don't, I'm not gonna, and then if they don't, I'm not gonna bother, I'm not gonna bother them anymore. I'm not gonna bother them. I'm not gonna. I just assume that they don't want it. And it just goes back here. So that is. That's how that basically contingency buys. Okay, what if they buy? So let's say they buy that $97 or the $7 thing. If they buy the $7 thing, or if they buy, after 7 minutes, this redirects to this $100 simple subject line secret. So it's a real redirect. They only have 7 minutes. If they buy that, then they go to a $200 video. They go to this $200. They go to this $200 upsell. Okay, so let's see if we can. Yeah, here we go. I don't know if you can see this or hear this, but basically, I'll just walk you through it really quickly. It congratulates them on grabbing the simple subject line secrets, and then it's a little tutorial. So it's a little tutorial about now I have your time. I want to take you through a little tutorial so I can hopefully help you solve a problem. And the problem that they have is they need to make sales with email, right? So then this tutorial shows them how to do that. First, we get attention through curiosity, then we entertain, then we transition into the sales pitch, and then we transition into them buying or not buying. It's $200. This is a $200 upsell from a $7 product. So this whole part educates them on what happens if they don't buy. What happens if people don't buy? Well, we have contingency plans for that, and one of them is the email sequence that I just showed you. Another one is putting different offers in front of them. So what happens if they don't buy right away? And then this tutorial says, hey, we entertain and give value. We present an opportunity to buy, but most of them will not buy. So it just says, hey, most of the people that you put an offer in front of will not buy. That's why you want to present an opportunity to buy over and over and over again. What percentage take the upsell? This is about an 8-minute video that offers them, let me fast forward this. I have this little fast forward guy. I'm just going to show you this really quickly. So I've come up with a double shot of these things called the conversion cure, how to entertain with stories, and how to follow a framework. And then it takes them through the different angles. So this is like hyper sped up, right? But it just shows them like, here's some of the angles that you're going to get. Here's what the emails are designed to do. And then I have it all in this course called the Conversion Cure. Here's all the angles, the third email, the fourth email, the fifth email. So it's just going through and it's just walking them through. And actually, you change that because there's 21 angles now. If you had 21 effective angles, not 12. And so basically, it's just the basic sales pitch. And then let's go in and look at this part, get immediate access to the Conversion Cure. So order today and we'll take 33% off. So in the video, it says it's $300, but then I just basically say, hey, it's $197. So order right now and save 33% off the stated price in the video, and you'll get an immediate access to all of our email hacks, including our templates, email storytelling masterclasses, and the 21 ways to follow up with non-buyers and more. Was $297, now only $197. Okay, and so then what happens is, let's look at the amount of people that do buy this. And we'll go back to May 1st when the funnel actually started to run. Okay. Simple subject line secrets. Go through stats. Look, funnels always changes all this junk. Let's go back to May 1st. Because that's when I think we started running this stuff. And okay, so 92 people buy those simple subject line secrets, so 16%. And then 10% of them buy that $200 Conversion Cure course. Then there is a downsell, but we didn't actually go through. So check this out. This is cool. Okay, so 84 people bought that $7 product, right? And this is the other funnel. The other funnel had $5,000 in it. And so what I did was I copied Russell Brunson and I made a new one. So this has another 4,000. So minus the inner circle sales, we've done like $9,000 or something like that, to maybe 10,000. Let's see, 92%, or I'm sorry, 16% buy that $7 thing. Then, I'm sorry. Okay, right here, this guy. 84 people buy the book or buy the video, and then 40% buy that $37 bullet point training on the checkout page. And then there's a variation of this as well that's gotten some sales, not a ton, but this is the variation. This is another checkout page that I'm testing without the two-step order form. Then about 10% of them buy that Conversion Cure, 10%. So that's where most of the money's coming from, And then a little bit of them buy that downsell. There's a 3-pay downsell, and then some of them come back in the second chance. 22% of them come back in that email retargeting and grab the Conversion Cure and but not many. Most of our sales are made right up at the top, and so that's sort of how the main funnel works. And then I just added this with Todd Brown. So this training with Todd Brown, you can see there's not much traffic to it because I just added it, and we're really running the ads right now. But basically, they go to the MFA Live. So here's the funnel again. I know it's a little confusing. Right now, they go right to the sales page, cold traffic, right to the sales page, which converts about 11%. Then about 15% of them buy the $7 thing. And I'm split testing a 2-step order form versus a 1-step order form, just to see. Then about 40% of them take the order bump, which is really good. And then there is a $197 upsell, and then there's a downsell. So if they don't take the email templates and stuff, there's a thing that says, hey, I'm going to split this up for you into 3 payments, right? It's like, hey, I noticed you didn't take me up on the conversion cure, but I can split it up for you in 3 payments of 97, right? And a few of them take this, but a lot of them don't, because they either really want it or they don't, is what I'm finding. It's like they don't care about the split pay. But then we've added one more, which is this Marketing Funnel Live automation, which is my 2-day. It's 2015 and 2016, and this is the thing I did with Todd Brown. So this teaches them more email marketing. So this whole funnel is very email marketing heavy, which could be the problem. Like down the line, if the sales start to slow down or they want something else, then I might change up the upsells and stuff. But I might test it and see. So that's the funnel right now, and we will see if this part works, So, but not enough traffic has gone through it yet. So that's the funnel, and then every one of these has contingency points. So if they go to the checkout page and they don't buy the simple subject line secrets, then what happens is they get retargeted with this ad. Here we go. They get retargeted with this ad. And this has some sale. I mean, I don't know. It just doesn't. I've messed with it some. It really seems like the retargeting, you have to have a ton of traffic to really make this work. Most of my sales are just made on the front end. I think I'd really have to have a lead magnet and then have them, really and have just more traffic coming through. So this is one of the ads for them to come back. So it basically says, hey, saw you were eyeballing my email marketing secrets at $7. I got to ask, why did you bail? Did life get in the way? You're going to get all this cool stuff. This is a very limited offer. And then it goes right back to the sales page. So, goes right back here to the, I think it actually does go to the sales page. Okay, no, it goes back to the order page. And some people will come back and buy from this, but not many, just because there's not enough traffic to it yet. So that's the main funnel right now. And then basically there is a webinar on the back of this. So eventually they go to a webinar registration page. The receipt, so whether they only buy the $7 thing or they buy the $200 thing or whatever they buy, no matter if they buy any one thing or they buy all 4 things, they end up on this page. Thanks, Sal. Appreciate it. The traffic is lower just because there's not enough leads coming in. So right now I'm spending about, $100 to $150 a day on the traffic. So right now I'm still testing things, and I'm testing out to see which audiences are converting. and which ones aren't. Like in the last 30 days, I'll just show you right here. So let me show you this thank you page. So at the end of the whole funnel, whether they buy something or not, they have to buy something. So whether they only buy the $7 thing, or they buy the $30 thing, or they buy, whatever they buy, it goes to, actually, you know what? There's a couple of these. It's easy to click on the wrong one. But whether or not they buy anything, sorry, it's taking so long. Whether or not they buy anything, they go to, after 9,000 years, they eventually get invited to this webinar page. Come on, what the heck? Sorry, it's probably Webinar Jams eating up my bandwidth. Okay, so here's the page that they get invited to. Success, you did it. All your stuff's been emailed to you. Access your bonus training here. Watch the advanced masterclass, and then it shows them like where they can go get their purchases, and then watch the advanced masterclass, right? So the whole goal of the funnel really is for them to go here, because this sells the $1,000 sales message success course. So yeah, I was testing this earlier, so you'll see me opting in. But this gets about 57 people right now to opt in. Now, we haven't made any webinar sales, but there's only been like 200 or 300 people that have seen it. It's just not enough traffic yet. So next week I will be rerunning this live and selling some of those $1,000 courses, hopefully. And if they register now, then they go right here and they go right into the webinar room. And so after about 50 minutes or so, this has a drop down that gets them to purchase the Sales Message Success 6-week sales letter course, which is what you have as an Inner Circle member. So that's basically the whole thing. And this is the weak point right now. This is the point. This is the part of the funnel where all of the profits are made, because basically, I'll spend whatever all day long. I'll spend whatever all day long in order to, I'll spend whatever all day long in order to get, that person on the webinar and start making some $1,000 sales. But what happened was Webinar Jam, for some reason, didn't let me do full screen mode. And so like all my slides are over here and it was just kind of a mess. So now I have to go back and redo it. But I want to do it 4 or 5 times anyway to get all the objections out of the way, because there's a lot of sales objections that will come up. How much is it? How can I do it? That kind of thing. So that is the goal there. And then eventually, whether or not if they buy this course, they will get put into another bribe sequence to join the $400 a month Inner Circle. If they do buy this course, or if they do not buy this course, then I'll say, hey, do you want this for free as part of the Inner Circle? And just join it and you'll get it. If they buy this, I still want them to be in the Inner Circle, but I would give them a different bribe, So, and that's the whole funnel. So this is the weak point right here. This is where next month I'll be focusing a lot of my efforts, is to make sales from this webinar and to start getting that to work. Because then I can basically say, hey, at the end of this, buy Sales Message Success, or I'll give it to you for free if you join my $400 a month Inner Circle. So works well. So that's the whole funnel right now. And again, next month, I will have those upsell scripts for you. So looking forward to it. And all right, well, that is all I've got for today. And that's all I've got for today. But basically, I am going to put together these upsell scripts for you. How do I avoid shiny objects? Sal, I think having people in this group helps me avoid shiny objects. because I know that every month I have to teach something, and I have to, I have to produce a newsletter. I have to learn new tactics. I have to upload, you know, um, I have to upload new content. I have to, so I think the shiny object stuff for me is my whole goal here is I want people, I want this stuff to work. So once I knew that people were buying from, these ads, I'm going to show you right here. Let me go get a drink of water. I'll be right back. My goal is to really master this paid ad stuff. So all my stuff in the last 90 days to 180 days has been, uh, how do I get more people into the funnel? How do I keep people happy in their inner circle? How do I, how do I keep people happy in the inner circle? And how do I, sorry. So my goal here was like, how do I turn $1 into $2? How do I start to master paid ads, or at least get better at it? And then because I knew that people were buying, people were buying the videos, people were buying the upsell, people were buying multiple upsells. And so I knew that the funnel had merit. It wasn't just like I was spending all this this money on traffic and nobody was buying. People were buying. But the whole thing here is basically, if you look at all the testing I've done, it's pretty nuts, because, so I've looked at like Scott Olford's course. I got that. I got Dan Henry's course, because I can write copy all day long and offers all day long. But for some reason, paid media has been harder to do for me, just because I'm like, well, am I doing this right? Or, that kind of thing. And so those were some of the concerns I had, was like, well, I know there's a bunch of ways to run ads. I know there's a bunch of, sort of methods that people do. And I wanted to make sure that I was doing it the right way. And so one of the ads that I had, let me see. One of the ads that I had, I don't know why this is taking so long. Sorry. I'll just show you this right here because it seems to be pulled up. One of the ads that I had was, let's see here. So this is one of the ads, okay? And this I'm running it to a lot of different audiences right now. So today you can see, today I spent $20. I had 3 clicks and 0 conversions, right? So that was a low spend day, but here's the audience, right? So digital marketer, Ryan Dice, Mike Dillard, Tony Robbins. Actually, I think I took Tony out. My whole goal here is to get, if after about, 1,000 impressions, I don't have any sales, then I'll go and back and revisit. But I let it run for 3 or 4 days, just to see through. So basically it's split up into different audiences. So it's running all of these different interests to see which ones buy and to see if any of them will buy, right? So, and actually that's Tony Robbins is paused because I think that might be too vague for what I'm doing. But this is the ad, right? Here's the ad right here. And this is the ad you guys got last month, actually. So, Lawton Chiles here. I have a question for you. If there was a way to possibly increase your email open rates, would you want to know about it, right? So just asking them a question. And then it's a very simple concept. Instead of doing things the hard way, trying to be creative when writing your sales copy, you just model what's worked in the past. Why reinvent the wheel? if you want to skyrocket not only your email open rates, but have go-to formulas for headlines, body copy, this will be the most important ad you see all year. So I actually call it an ad. Here's why my name's Lawton Chiles. I work for all these internet marketing people. See my methods on the next page. Write emails which get opened and get sales, right? And then write emails which get opened and get sales. And then this goes right to the sales letter that you just saw. So that was the ad that I was running. That helped me do about $9,000, not including the inner circle sales, which rebill every month, you know. And so I'm testing out that ad set on some new audiences. And there is also another one that I'm testing, which is this one right here, which is the straight sale. So the straight sale is pretty dope because it's a much more aggressive ad. You can see right here, show ads, show details. This is a much more aggressive sale, but it's also the images in the ad are much more relaxed. They're relaxed. They're not so salesy. And this just says, hey, what are wicked smart 35-year-olds doing to get big results with little emails fast? I'll tell you right now, I'm offering the videos that outline how to grab sales fast from your tiny emails or a small list, even if you hate selling, and even if your open rates are low right now, even if you aren't a pro copywriter. I guarantee you'll love it. If not, I'll give you a full refund. Okay, so, and then I basically take a lot of those bullets that are in the sales letter and I post them right in the ad, right? And then the call to action is these videos total about an hour in length, but they are packed with ultra valuable content in every single minute. Grab your copy now. So I'm not telling them how much it is, but I'm basically, you know, saying these videos are changing the game, right? So it's a much harder pitch, but I'm getting buyers for a lot less. At least I was yesterday. So that's weird. It says cost per conversion, then it says 0 conversions. Okay, so yesterday we had 2 conversions and they were at $16. So, you know, you can see here the convert. So it cost me $16 to get a $7 buyer. And I think we did an upsell yesterday too. So that's what it is. It's just basically math, and you're basically saying, all right, at the end of the month, did I make more than I spent? And if so, then then keep refining this because right now this is going out to a bunch of people. You know, this is going out to millions and millions of people, but which I've never done that really before. So we'll see if this works. Or if this angle needs to be tweaked or whatever. But that's really the entire funnel, and you know, so I think that subscriptions change. So yeah, that is. That's how it works, you know. That is the whole thing. And it's working pretty good, you know. Making more than I'm spending. That's the whole goal. Yeah, man. So, and again, so this funnel's working so well, and so the weak points are so. The angle that I was using was I was getting so much more. I was getting a bunch of buyers, but then this new straight sales angle where I'm just going out pitching it could be an even more profitable one. So I had to test different ones. I tested 3 or 4 different ones that didn't work. It just was my cost to get a book buyer was like $80, and I was like, that's not going to work. So anything like $25 and below, I think is going to be good. But it's just about testing, you know. So, and then with this tool, I can actually go in and I can see which interests which interests are buying and which ones are not, and then I can see like which images are getting me high click through rates. So this one right here, whereas we're all together as a big group, and this one with my guitar, 7 to 10. So we're getting cost per clicks of um, but then this is still high. See, $48 to get a video buyer is just too high. So I would go back and maybe cut out some of the interests. And again, it just hasn't been enough time for them to give me the interests that are buying, I don't think. Whereas this one, let's see if it does give me the interests. Yeah, no second stat available. I don't know why it's saying that. But again, and then, it's just not enough traffic coming through here yet. So, and that's it. That's sort of how it works. And again, I'm doing different images for different things and that kind of thing. So, but Sal, I hope you feel better, man. And we'll do another call next week just because we needed to do 3 this month instead of 2. And if you guys have anything to review, let me know. Appreciate it. And the newsletter is being worked on. It should be on its way in 5 days. So thanks so much.